Crude oil is the invisible force powering our modern world, quietly driving progress behind the scenes. It's a resource so deeply embedded in our lives that we often overlook its true significance. It's the foundation of our economy, woven into our daily routines, fueling cars, lighting homes, and forming the plastics in our devices. From the moment we wake up to the time we go to sleep, oil touches nearly every aspect of our day, whether we realize it or not. Oil has shaped civilizations, built cities and connected continents, yet we rarely notice its presence. It's the silent architect of modern society, enabling the growth of industries and the expansion of global trade. Without it, society would grind to a halt, a fact every nation understands. Imagine a world where transportation stops, factories shut down, and lights go dark. The impact would be immediate and profound. For countries, oil isn't just convenience, it's national security and economic stability. Governments invest heavily to secure supplies, knowing that their prosperity and safety depend on it. Those with reserves wield global influence, while importers face vulnerability and uncertainty. The balance of power often shifts with the flow of oil, affecting economies and shaping international relations. This relentless pursuit of energy independence shapes alliances and sometimes sparks conflict. Nations compete for access, and disputes over oil can escalate into diplomatic standoffs or even military confrontations. Oil's reach extends far beyond fuel. It's in plastics, fertilizers, roads, and countless everyday products. Our modern conveniences, from packaging to transportation infrastructure, all trace back to this single resource. But this dependency brings a challenge: balancing our need for oil with its environmental costs. Pollution, climate change, and ecological disasters are the price we pay for our reliance, forcing us to confront difficult choices. Nowhere is this struggle more intense than in the South China Sea, where the Philippines sees hope for energy independence in the contested Reed Bank. Here, the promise of untapped reserves fuels both ambition and tension. For the Philippines, discovering oil and gas here isn't just an economic opportunity, it's a chance to secure its future and rewrite its destiny. The stakes are high, and the outcome could shape the nation for generations to come. The Reed Bank, or Recto Bank, is a vast underwater plateau in the West Philippine Sea, stretching across a remote expanse of turquoise waters. Its shallow reefs and sandbars are hidden beneath the waves, but its significance runs deep for the Philippines. Located well within the Philippines' exclusive economic zone, Reed Bank is a part of the nation's maritime heartland, protected by international law and recognized as Philippine territory. For generations, Filipino fishermen have relied on these waters, casting their nets and lines in a place teeming with marine life. Reed Bank has long been a lifeline for coastal communities, providing food and livelihood. But beneath its surface lies a different kind of treasure: massive oil and gas reserves waiting to be tapped. These resources could transform the nation's future. For a country that currently relies heavily on imported fuel, Reed Bank could be the key to achieving true energy, self-sufficiency, and security. Scientific surveys suggest that beneath the seabed lie billions of barrels of oil and trillions of cubic feet of natural gas, enough to power the Philippines for decades, fueling homes, industries, and transportation. Developing these resources could free the country from the uncertainties of global oil markets, protect it from price shocks, and reduce dependence on foreign suppliers. It would also strengthen the nation's bargaining power on the world stage. Reed Bank is more than just an economic asset. It's a symbol of national pride and sovereignty, enshrined in international law and fiercely defended by the Filipino people. Asserting control here is about more than drilling for oil. It's about affirming the nation's identity, protecting its future, and standing tall among nations. Imagine a Philippines powered by its own energy, investing in better schools, modern hospitals, and world-class infrastructure, while creating thousands of high-paying jobs for Filipinos. The Reed Bank promises a future of growth, opportunity, and self-reliance, a chance to shape the nation's destiny for generations to come. The stakes are high. This is a saga of national aspiration, determination, and the enduring hope of the Filipino people. The quest for Reed Bank's riches spans decades, a story woven into the fabric of the Philippines' energy ambitions and national pride. It's a journey marked by hope and frustration, as generations have looked to these waters for a brighter future, only to be met with repeated setbacks. In the 1970s, seismic surveys revealed Reed Bank's vast potential, sparking excitement and a wave of exploration. The promise of abundant oil and gas ignited dreams of energy independence and economic growth. But technical difficulties, financial risks, and most of all, political challenges soon stalled progress. Each new attempt seemed to run into fresh obstacles, leaving projects abandoned and hopes deferred. The main obstacle has always been the overlapping territorial claims in the South China Sea, especially China's sweeping 9-dash line, which includes Reed Bank and much of the surrounding waters. Every Philippine attempt to explore or develop Reed Bank has faced Chinese intimidation, patrols, blockades, and tense standoffs at sea. These actions have scared off investors, frozen development, and left the resource untapped. In 2016, an international tribunal ruled in favor of the Philippines, invalidating China's claim and affirming Philippine rights to the area. For a moment, hope surged that the deadlock might finally break, yet China rejected the ruling outright and the standoff continued. Legal victory, it turned out, didn't guarantee access or security for those who dared to try. Meanwhile, the Malampaya gas field, the country's main domestic energy source, neared depletion. This looming energy gap made Reed Bank's untapped reserves more urgent than ever, raising the stakes for the nation. The nation found itself stuck, watching a resource that could solve its energy problems remain just out of reach as leaders and experts searched for a breakthrough. Frustration grew across the country, and it became clear that a new approach, one that could overcome both external pressure and internal gridlock, was desperately needed to break the deadlock. Still, the dream of Reed Bank remains alive. For many Filipinos, it stands as a symbol of hope and resilience, waiting for the right moment and the right strategy to finally unlock its promise. The breakthrough came from renewed resolve and strategic shifts. The Philippine government made Reed Bank a top priority, strengthening alliances and streamlining regulations to attract investment. In 2025, a consortium of international and Filipino experts confirmed a world-class deposit at the Sampaguita gas field, exceeding all expectations. The find was large enough to replace Malampaya and make the Philippines a net energy exporter for the first time. The government fast-tracked development, aiming to bring gas ashore within 5 years. Advanced technology and the dedication of Filipino and international teams made this possible, mapping and drilling in challenging conditions. This was more than a technical feat, it was a triumph of human spirit and national will. The discovery was a generational opportunity to transform the Philippine economy. The nation stood on the brink of a new era. The Reed Bank's confirmation marks a new dawn, promising benefits for every Filipino. Energy independence will shield the country from global price shocks, stabilizing costs for consumers and businesses. Massive infrastructure investment will create thousands of skilled jobs and foster a new generation of energy professionals. Oil and gas revenues will fund schools, hospitals, roads, and social safety nets, fueling national development. Beyond economics, this is a source of pride. Proof that the Philippines can control its destiny. The project inspires unity and optimism, showing Filipino ingenuity and resilience. Reed Bank's wealth can also fund renewable energy, helping the country transition to a cleaner future. Fossil fuels today can be the bridge to green energy tomorrow. With vision, the Philippines can become a leader in the global energy transition. This is a chance to secure prosperity for generations. The Philippines isn't alone in this journey. The U.S. is a steadfast partner. The U.S.-Philippine alliance, backed by the Mutual Defense Treaty, provides vital security for Reed Bank's development. American technology and expertise are central, with leading firms bringing advanced drilling skills and safety standards. This partnership ensures the project meets the highest international benchmarks, minimizing risks. For the U.S., a stable, energy-secure Philippines is key to a free and open Indo-Pacific. The alliance is a model of security and economic cooperation, pushing back against regional coercion. American and Filipino experts work side by side, building local skills and capacity. As Filipino professionals gain experience, the country will become less reliant on foreign expertise. The most enduring legacy may be a world-class Filipino workforce, empowered for the future. The promise of Reed Bank comes with serious risks. The biggest threat is regional conflict. China's claims and maritime presence make tensions high. The Philippines must balance firmness with diplomacy to avoid escalation. Managing newfound wealth is another challenge. Without transparency, the resource curse could undermine progress. A sovereign wealth fund, managed openly, can ensure revenues benefit all Filipinos. Environmental risks are real. Deep water drilling must meet strict safety standards to protect marine life and livelihoods. Social divisions could arise if wealth isn't shared equitably. Strong leadership and national dialogue are essential. The goal make Reed Bank a force for unity, not discord. Realizing Reed Bank's potential depends on strong, wise leadership at every level. The government must steer with clarity, upholding sovereignty and international law while communicating a compelling vision. Congress, judiciary, military, and Coast Guard all play vital roles in securing and managing this national asset. Business, civil society, and local leaders must champion transparency, ethical practices, and inclusive development. True success will require a united front and a shared sense of purpose. Leadership must inspire and unite the nation, overcoming setbacks and disagreements. This is not just a government project, it's a national endeavor for every Filipino. The dream is collective, and leadership is the key to unlocking it. The world is watching as the Philippines steps into its defining moment. The Reed Bank story is one of transformation. Managed wisely, it can lift millions from poverty and fund a new era of development. The Philippines could become a model for responsible resource management, avoiding the resource curse. By building coalitions, upholding international law, and showing resolve, the country can inspire others facing similar challenges. The true treasure isn't oil or gas, it's the opportunity to build a just, prosperous, and resilient nation. This is more than an energy project, it's the forging of a new national identity. The Philippines now has the chance to step confidently into the light, shaping its own destiny.